What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a More Than Hype review. If it's your first time on my channel, welcome to the channel. All my videos follow a very similar order, so if you're looking for anything specific, timestamps are in the description below. So, with all that said, let's get right into the shoe we're going to be reviewing today, and that is these right here. This is the Nike Lunar Roam. This is a very interesting release that Nike very sneakily kind of pushed into the end of the year. I think this is a pretty special release because we haven't seen anything like this from Nike for a really long time. If you look inside of your sneakers app, I'm not sure if it's still available, but they have the behind the design videos where every now and then they have their designers actually come out and talk a little bit about the design process for these shoes. So Lunarlon as a cushioning tech was introduced by Nike in 2008, and in 2008 they also released the Nike Lunar Runner as well as the Nike Lunar Racer, and it was those two shoes that inspired this silhouette right here. In my last video I did the top 23 shoes of 2023, right around I think number 5 where I had the Vomero. I said that 2023 could be summed up as the year of the runner. If we look at the full landscape, not just Nike, the full footwear landscape, it was really running shoes that dominated the market. Brands like Hoka and On Running have made some really huge leaps, as well as Asics, and of course Nike and Adidas also are pushing their own respective running shoes. But in short, running shoes is really having their moment right now, and I can't sort of kick the feeling that that was a part of the reason why on the side, sort of as, you know, just a fun thing to do, Nike made these here. Now personally, before I get into the review, I don't really find these that compelling. The thing being, it feels like a shoe that could have come out in 2008. And while it does have that nostalgic feeling, they just, I don't know. I'm not sure why they stopped at 2008. I would have loved to see these have some more tech in them. Possibly a corded midsole with React foam on the inside, or possibly Zoom Air. They could have done a number of things, and they've done something similar to that in the past as well, where, you know, they'll take some of my favorite Lunarlon shoes were the visible air sort of fusions, like the Lunar 1 as well as the Lunar 90. Of course, everyone already loves and knows the Lunar 90, the moon landings, which is that 3M upper with the texture of the moon on them. Those are awesome. I still remember trying to get those, and obviously that was a bot fest. I wish they went a little bit further with these, but still, with that said, it is really cool to see Lunarlon coming back. Nike is really looking for what that next innovation will be, and I guess they're sort of looking in the past to inspire what they do into the future. So, with all that said, let's get right into the review of these, starting with the packaging. Alright, so now we got these here. Let's take a closer look at these, starting with the packaging. And they do come with, you know, pretty cool packaging. We got all of these little mini swooshes all over the box, but otherwise just this cardboard color on it, some licensing on the bottom, and then of course our label on this end here. Official name Nike Lunar Roam. Official colors Alabaster, Black, Lemon Drop. As far as sizing goes, I find these go true to size. I got my 8.5, which is my true size in Nikes, and I like the fit. Retail price I'm blanking on, I think was 120. If it's not 120, I will put it somewhere on the screen right now. But there you go. And it comes in this interesting blue color label as well. Not something that you see often. So now, opening up the box, same sort of mini swooshes on the paper. Here are the shoes. They do not come with any extras, so no laces, no stickers, none of that stuff. Just in the box, you get your two shoes. Now let's take a closer look at these, starting with the upper, and this is just in general a really nostalgic looking shoe to me. And that's what I meant when I said that these look like these could have come out in 2008. The design language, the materials, everything is just very much 2008. Starting with the materials here, which is a completely synthetic upper. A lot of what they used to call hyperfuse, mag wire, and all this fuse on top of it to give it a little extra durability. And while it is all synthetic, you do have these sort of pods here of ventilation on your toe box, and very similar pods on the side of your shoe here on the mid panel. As far as the colorway goes, it is an interesting mix of colors, not anything that really sort of stands out or pops out for me. I do like the sort of the way that the colorway works together between the upper and the midsole. So we have sort of this cage type piece of this magwire going down this way, and we have that same cut on the midsole, and then two sort of contrasting colors on our Lunarlon midsole here. One of my favorite pieces of Lunarlon is that design language that they have with these ridges. I think that looks really cool, and it is also a little bit deceiving. It looks like sort of like an accordion. This will compress for you as you wear them, but one thing I want to make super clear before I go any further is Lunarlon as a cushioning is much more light than soft. And that's something that might be a little bit jarring for people or surprising for people if they do get these and expect a really extra like plush foam that you kind of sink into. That is not what Lunarlon is. Lunarlon is about just being super lightweight. And that in that respect, these are very lightweight. That was actually one of my first impressions when I picked up the box. I thought, are the shoes even in here? That's how light these are. I don't have a scale with me to tell you exactly the grams, but I can tell you just holding them, these are far lighter than most shoes that are being made today. We have our magwire here. We have a very similar magwire setup around our heel. There is no internal TPU heel cup, which is very interesting for me. That sort of shows me that this is definitely geared more towards casual wear, lifestyle use, as they like to put it. You get a little bit of support from this overlay of TPU, this fuse material around your heel here. Looking at the medial side, same sort of designs. Little pull tab here. Looking at our tongue and our laces, we have a extra huge patch. The whole thing is a patch here. Nike, a dot, as well as a mini swoosh there. One thing that kind of concerns me about the overall durability of these is the laces. They are extremely thin. I'm not sure why they chose these. Probably because they just thought it looked the best with this colorway. But with that said, that's why I was kind of looking for an extra set of laces with these. This, to me, is going to be the first thing to fail on these shoes. Nothing on the aglets. On the inside, you do have a very nice, almost a microfiber type texture to the lining around your heel. Small patch with more mini swishes on your sock liner. And I'll actually get that out so we can take a closer look at it. So, taking a look on the inside of the shoe, not too much. And this is also a extremely thin sock liner, and having a thin sock liner is going to be another way to get it to be even lighter. Moving on to our midsole now. So it's funny that it doesn't say Lunarlon anymore. It just says Lunar, and we get that mini check for the branding on this. Again, really like these sort of ridges. I just really like the way those look. It comes in this two-tone yellow color. And then we have our podular traction pattern here. This was taken or inspired from the Lunar Racer or the Lunar Runner. It was one of the two. I'll put a picture up somewhere so we can have sort of like a side-by-side comparison. But the funny thing about these is they updated it enough where they actually took out that Nike Plus little thing here. Remember that little pod thing that you had to put in your shoes, and it was pretty much what a smartwatch does now. It'd tell you your steps and all that kind of stuff, and that very quickly became outdated. Well, that's what this little piece is for. And it's kind of funny they kept it there because, obviously it's very costly to make new designs for your outsole and midsole. So they kept that same molding, and they just took out the Nike Plus part. Anyway, you have these sort of pods of rubber, not really flex grooves, just sort of lines separating them. As far as the stickiness, it does feel pretty sticky, so I think traction, you're not gonna have any trouble with these. It is an interesting sort of two-tone here. I was not expecting the blue and the black. A little bit more visual interest, I suppose. Little Nike check there. And yeah, that's about it for these. So let's wrap up. And there you have it. That is my review of the Nike Lunar Roam. I think this shoe is a really interesting release from Nike, and it might give us sort of a sneak peek of what they intend on giving us throughout 2024. Lunarlon came out in 2008, and that was the sort of big innovation for them at that time. And then in 2012 came Flyknit, and that really changed the whole landscape of sneakers, and we just got a ton of fully knit uppers after that point. You know, I wonder if maybe we're gonna see some more Flyknit shoes coming very soon. In that same sort of fashion, Nike is looking to the future and trying to think of what the next sort of technological advantage or innovation that they can create will be for 2024. So really interested to see what they come up with. This is a very fun starting point, but yeah, let's see what they do. It's going to be another exciting year of sneaker reviews. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more sneaker content. Like the video if you found it helpful. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions on these. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.